Hello. We are lucky enough to be joined today by one of our fantastic female founders who, if you followed our International Women's Day campaign, filmed a fantastic video for us talking to us about her career and how she's built her own business. She's called Ada Wee, and she runs a business called 001 Skincare. So we first started working with Ada when she moved into looking at how devices can support skincare technology, and also into introducing her clients into different methods of using devices. So obviously that's our speciality, but we also are retailing some of Ada's skincare too. She's got a fantastic story. We have talked at length, she and I, about her upbringing with her Chinese grandfather, who's heavily influenced what she's how she's developed her career, and the way that she includes Chinese medicine in her practices is really fascinating. She's also been working in this industry for a while and looks after a number of celebrity and very VIP clients. So I'm just waiting for her to join at this point. Ada, if you can ask to join, that would be fab. Otherwise, I'll try to be technologically advanced and manage to do it myself. Don't know if I can. I can. There we go. Oh. So I've just asked her to join. Oh, it is saying she's unable to join at the moment. Hopefully she will in a minute. So Ada has a couple of devices that support her skincare. So when she first started working with celebrity clients, and she was doing facials with them, which incorporated Chinese medicine. Here we go. I'll get her to tell you herself what she did. It's a great story, and Ada's lovely, and you know, she'll be able to give us some ideas. So one of the things we're going to talk about with her today, is how to incorporate some of the routines that Ada might use in your day-to-day routine. So how are you, Ada? Can you hear me?
Hi.
Hi.
Yes, I'm good.
You good?
Can you hear me properly?
I can. You're looking well. How are you finding things?
Good. Actually, I mean, we have been like yourself, a digital business. So this time, I feel that there is a certain, impact in our business, but then, there's still income stream coming in with the great digital sphere and all the interactions we're doing. So yeah.
Yeah, it must be very different for you, because obviously when we were last together, you were telling me that you spend normally 2 days a week in clinic treating clients, and then sometimes another day out visiting VIPs and celebrity clients. And of course you
Yes. Yeah, I do miss like pinching people's faces, slapping them, doing all sorts of magic that I feel I can do for people.
Yeah.
But c'est la vie. Things will go back to normal, and I'm sure that everything would be fine.
Yes, absolutely. Well, thank you for finding time for us. One of the things that we wanted to touch on with you, obviously, is I was just explaining before you joined about your fabulous story and how you were in advertising, and that you wanted to do something that you loved, and the Chinese medicine thing always brought you really incorporated that in. We're getting so many questions at the moment from talking about, okay, I'm inside all the time, my skin's suffering, I've lost my glow. So one of the things we were hoping you could give us today are your kind of top tips for, not just maintaining your skin, but also using this time wisely to invest in yourself and to invest in your skincare routine. And most of us probably have got a bit more time for actually taking full facial treatments, that as much as we can do at home. So we had a couple of questions through, if it's all right if I start with those.
Yeah, that would be great.
So the first one that we had through was about depuffing. So a couple of our customers have said that they're finding they're waking up in the morning, they're quite puffy around the eyes in particular, likely to be due to central heating and being indoors more, that sort of thing. So obviously, you developed an amazing line of products that would probably help with that. But if you could give us a few top tips on facial massage or what you'd recommend, that would be superb.
Yeah. So basically, if we think about puffiness, what causes them? It's bad circulation. That's just and like for me, from a Chinese medicine point of view, it's all about having a very balanced regulation of blood flow and qi flow. And when we talk about qi, it's not something very it's actually not hard to understand. It's basically just the energy or the momentum that's needed in the body to regulate your organs, your breathing, and also a lot of the puffiness actually comes from your skin lacking oxygen. If you think about our hearts, it pumps once and then oxygen goes all around the body. Actually, not a lot of them can come to the surface of the skin. And then also, so what we always want to do is to really stimulate blood circulation.
Okay.
There are many different ways to do it. I can demonstrate some massage techniques, and then also there are tools that we can help boosting that kind of circulation. So very, very simple ones around the eyes is, and I think these are, it can feel quite sensitive, but they are just very useful. If you can just hold your fist and then use your knuckles. I have got like this 1, 2, 3 knuckle routine. So you're using one knuckle and then just place them in between your eyebrows. This is where there's a lot of tensions. A lot of tensions here actually mean that a lot of muscles are tensed up. Blood cannot flow very smoothly. So you don't need to really, if you've got a table, you can really just rest your arm on the table and then have your this area just lean onto it, and then 2 knuckles just under the eyes and then press in. So you can be doing like circles,
okay,
or just pressing in, yes, or just like pulsing.
Okay.
And then what you can do is you can then move outwards, pulse or circles, pulse or circles, and then go to the side.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, it feels very nice. And then in the temple. So the temple area is the drainage area where I call it the garbage bin. So we've got a lot of lymph nodes around the whole body. It's a network of, for draining toxins.
Yeah.
This is one of the stations where it will accumulate the toxins. And then when blood comes in, it will follow the blood to be, disposed out of the body. So that's 2. Now 3 is just next to your nasal. You can just rest them all on there. Circles.
Excellent. And when would you say is a good time of day to do this? When you
Morning is great. This is yeah, and this is quite a stimulating muscle, because you see that even just a little bit, I get a bit red. My skin is quite thin. And then the last, using the 3 as well, just go under the cheekbone and then rest your cheekbones on them. You can be swaying, you can be, having some music, and then you can be doing circles and then go outwards just along the cheekbones.
Excellent.
And then come to the front of the ears. You can change to just 1 knuckle and then circle. Can you feel it?
Yeah, fantastic. I'm hoping people on the other end of the camera who are doing the same as me.
Definitely. So this is a very quick, stimulating one.
And that's quite nice and easy to remember, because you've got the 1, 2, 3 method, isn't it? So that's quite a good one to work with.
Exactly.
Do you recommend a particular, maybe a product to use with it from your range?
Yes.
Something that works best with that?
Definitely. I would definitely encourage to use the ALPHA-GLOW FLASH FACIAL. If for anyone who doesn't actually know about our brand, I think this is the first hero product to try, especially for daily skincare or for massaging or for using any devices. So it's water-based, so it works very well for electronic devices and some of the devices that I have as well. And we've actually spent 4 years in innovating this, because I really wanted to make this product to be one of the staples on the dressing table. So I've got clients who would say, yes, I tried it and then used and bought something else. And then they always come back. So I think everyone has that kind of always come back product, come back to product on the dressing table. And this is one of them, and one of the feedback that we have heard about. It's got 9 actives that targets all the 4 main aging concerns, that stemmed from internal hormonal changes as we age. Our hormones age every day as well, and also from external stress. So there are dryness. Dryness can then evolve into lines, wrinkles.
Yeah.
And then when your immune system are weak, or when you get too hectic, a lot of the age spots, pigmentation, melanin activities can get hyperactive. So, and with the sun as well. And then the last would be sensitivity. I think living in a cosmopolitan world, everybody has a bit of chronic inflammation all the time, but it's just that it will flare up when you're weaker. So this is water-based. So it's got a very lovely gel form.
Lovely.
Like as a base for treatments.
Sure.
And then,
or you did go into your facial massage, yes?
Yes. I will also use it for facial massage with these ones.
Yes.
The 1, 2, 3. Because what it does is, as you're massaging, blood comes in, and your face would almost feel like it's actually done a workout. So it's blood circulation to the face. It's almost like if you think about going to the gym, it's blood pumping to the skin as well. So this is a time when whatever you apply, it absorbs very well. Then you might as well be applying something that's really good for your skin.
Understood.
Yeah.
Good. And actually, you touched on it there, but one of our questions was about, well, so we had a few about the puffiness. I think because probably our followers will know more about your devices, and obviously the devices that you've got in support of the range very much do talk to that puffiness side of things. Yeah. So we had one actually that said, what is cryotherapy? What's the thinking behind the cooling product? So for those of you that aren't as familiar with Ada's range, we have a device called CRYOpress, which is fantastic. I'm hoping you have got one. Marvelous. So do that, but then we've also just started working with you on the icicles, which are 2 cold little balls on sticks almost. They look fantastic. Yeah, brilliant. So I, for one, would love to know more about those, and also the thinking behind it, and how our followers might want to start incorporating that into their beauty device routine.
Yes, so our devices are inspired by clinical cryotherapy. So when we talk about clinical cryotherapy, usually it works in minus 150 to 200 degrees Celsius. And the kind of facial treatment that you would get would be a tube of halogen with this temperature, and they'll be sprayed all across the face. Wow. So what you're doing there is basically using the cold temperature to stimulate blood circulation to the skin to revitalize it. More oxygen means the more blood delivery means more oxygen delivery, nutrients deliveries, and as they come in, they also flush away the toxins or any excessive fluids, which is why it's very good for depuffing. The science behind it is, for example, this is a CryoPress. I've actually just taken it out from the freezer. So my freezer is around minus 8 degrees Celsius. It can go to, I've got some clients from the States to say, well, can it stand minus 24 degrees Celsius? That's my freezer's temperature. And then that's not a problem. So this is spewed for really, really cold sub-temperature. Okay. Sub-zero temperature. So what you do is, as you're actually rolling onto the skin, the coldness your nerve would be actually sending a signal to the brain to tell them that this is far too cold, you need to do something. Then the blood's instinctive behavior would be then sending blood to the affected area. It's like when we're cold, all the blood would just rush to the organs, and it's actually the same thing. So that's why. And as you're actually doing this up and down as well, your capillaries are expanding and constricting, expanding and constricting as well. So that intensity of like workout also helps boosting even more blood to the area.
Okay.
So that's why it works very well for depuffing. I cannot stop every time I demonstrate it on myself, and then I'm like, yeah, I'm talking, yeah, keep asking me. It feels so nice. I just, one of the thinking behind my gadgets is that if you look at these two gadgets, because what I want to do for my clients or whoever buy our products, I want to mimic that kind of philosophy that I have, that I implement in the treatment, which is to treat from within. So instead of just putting on skincare, what I really want to do is using these to trigger internal biological reactions. So you actually make that whole, either it's 10 minutes or 15 minutes of your time worthwhile. So yeah, so this is something that I find it very useful for home care. And also another thing is, if you look at these products, there are no electricity. So, which is what I like myself, because I grew up in Hong Kong. So from a very young age, I've got a big of gadget. But I always, whenever I think, I want to use my RF, and then it's not charged, then I'll need to charge it.
Yeah.
So I know you're in the electronic kind of gadget business as well. A lot of your products,
but we also,
but you know,
we work with
exactly.
types of,
so, but from my point of view, this is why out of all the product selections that I could have got with like cold temperature, I chose products like this, because what you can do is you can just put it into this cooking bag and then leave it into the freezer, and then whenever you want to use it, you take it out and then rinse it into the under the water and then put it back. It's just very simple.
And so for some of so obviously we've got loads of your followers here today as well. Hello, we've just had a couple who've said, I love my CRYOpress. For perhaps some of our followers who probably do have beauty devices at home, such as facial cleansing devices and toning devices, our thing that we're really speaking to people about at the moment is pick your device up, get it out of the freezer in this case, and incorporate it into your daily routine. So what would be your, in an ideal world, if I had all of the lovely 001 products lined up in front of me, what would be your, okay, here's your 15-minute facial, this is what I would recommend to do every day?
So I would say you cleanse, you tone, and then put this on, the ALPHA-GLOW FLASH FACIAL on. Let me just quickly demo it. So 2 or 3 drops all around, décolletage as well. And when you're at home, if you've got like a towel, then you can actually do here as well. So then you can start doing this ritual, which is actually printed on the box. If anyone who's got the CRYOpress, but it's just very simple. We do it from the top to the chest, so it will be just zigzagging. The reason why I wanna you wanna massage here, the first thing is that because here throughout the whole day, I think the tensions accumulates the most here. And
we're all looking
massaging,
aren't we? We're all on video calls, and it's, you tend to be like that, don't you?
Exactly. So massaging this area really helps releasing all the tension around. So, and then you can go just maybe in smaller zigzag, just closer to your eyebrows. And then you can come down. You can do some on your eyes. You can close your eyes, but if you've got your icicle, then fine, you can use your icicle afterwards. But if not, you can just close your eyes and then just have it roll over, just to soothe your eyes, give your eyes a bit of a cooling kind of ambience around it. It will feel very good.
Lovely.
And then around this area, so this area, a lot of people might have got enlarged pores, or if you're actually been, within an indoor environment, I think now it's not the time where you will switch on your heating, but you won't be opening all your window up as well,
Right,
because it's still
being
like
safe,
chill.
aren't we? Yeah.
Exactly. So you're still in a very confined kind of environment where it can be quite stuffy. So a lot of the pores might actually be expanded. So you can be rolling around here. And then to the temple, again, because this is a point that's very good for lymphatic drainage, you can actually use the edge. So this will be, you'll be rolling with the full roll. And then here you can use the edge to put a bit of pressure and roll.
Great. And that's that area you talked about again earlier, isn't it? Around the temples.
Exactly.
Perfect.
And then you come down to under the cheekbone, this area. So if you've got a nasolabial line, you can be rolling across it. And if you really want to do something more targeted, you can add more of the serum and then just massage this area.
Excellent.
And then you start doing upwards motions.
On that?
To just lift it.
Yes.
Yeah, exactly. So you can roll around here and then around here. So what I do, I actually put quite a bit of pressure down. So pressure down and then up. Pressure down, release, pressure down. And then the chew muscle here, it's got a lot of tension. This chew muscle is called masseter, and it's actually accumulated a lot of tension throughout the day. It's actually the strongest muscle in our whole body, even stronger than our thighs, because you need to crunch, you know, almonds, tear beef tenders with it, tendons with it. So do put some pressure on and then just roll over it. And then you can do very small ones just across this jawline. And then drain everything down.
Ah, fantastic. So that's about lymphatic
thing
around there, isn't it?
Exactly.
Fantastic.
I don't know if you'd be able to see, but I've actually just done one side.
Look, you can hear in your jawline straight away, can't you?
Exactly. Can you see this pouch here? But this has kind of dimmed in.
And that's
so it's
2 or 3 minutes. So
exactly.
To say, okay, I'm going to do my facial tonight. I'm going to cleanse if you've got a cleansing device, for example, and then do your toning, apply and everything. And that's really probably 10-15 minutes at the most.
Exactly. And then you put this on again, serum, because as I've mentioned, obviously then you do the other side. And then put this on. Your skin has actually done a very quick and great workout. So absorb everything and then put your moisturizer on.
Yeah.
Which I think you stock recovery cream as well, yeah?
We do. Yeah.
Yeah. So the amino acids and lipids recovery cream is what I actually call it the fat cream. So it's actually got amino acids and lots of proteins that are naturally occurring in our body. So unfortunately, as we age, they deplete. And some of them, amino acids, there are many different types of them. Some of them can't even be replenished through food. So that's why we want to replenish through topical application. It's a cream that's very moisturizing, but it doesn't feel thick. So that is on my brief. Or a lot of my products needs to be able to, I like them to be buildable. So someone using them, you can actually zone your skin to say, for example, I have combination skin, then I will put more on the two sides and little on the middle. And if on a very dry day, I will put a bit more on the side as well. So although it's got a lot of oil, lipids, proteins, amino acids, fatty acids, all the omega-369 acids are there, it doesn't feel very thick and stuffy. It doesn't clog the pores. And I talked about omega-369 fatty acids. Why are they important in the skin is they help regulate sebum secretion. So for example, omega-6 is linoleic acid. It's actually vitamin F. What it does is that if your skin is too oily, meaning that the oleic, in our sebum there are oleic acid and linoleic acid. If your skin is too oily, oleic acid is there. You need to have more linoleic acid to balance it out, to suppress the sebum secretion. On the other hand, when your skin is too dry, it's the other way around, then you will need the other acids to replenish it. So the beauty of this is that because all the proteins are naturally occurring in the skin, it can help adjust your own skin sebum secretion as well.
And that's what I like about your range as a whole. And what I loved when we first met and you were telling me the story of you were working with your clients but you couldn't find what you needed to give them.
Yeah.
You made a pot of cream and they kept asking you for it. But that's what I like about it. Very you've obviously put so much thought into, okay, what's my skin naturally doing and how can I help it do that in a different way, which is great about the CRYOpress roller. We have had someone ask how much the price is. We'll put a link on here for you so you can see. And someone else has said, is this a galvanic machine? No, it's got no galvanic machines use electric current. This doesn't use any electric current. As Ada was saying before, you can just keep it in the freezer and pull it out anytime you like.
But it does what galvanic can do.
Would you tell us just as a final sort of summing up, because that's been brilliant. It's been a great intro into all the different things that you offer. Would tell me more about the icicles, the two.
Oh,
yes.
Okay. So the icicles, they are a red carpet must-have. So if you've been following the brand, and so this has been used by a lot of celebrity facialists and also with my clients as well. Really? Yeah, so you know, royal members and also celebrities from the States, etc., etc. So I would definitely use this all the time when I prep, for example, the BAFTA, the Brit Awards, for clients to come into my clinic. So the difference between these are, this you put into the fridge, this you put into the freezer.
Okay.
Why? So because our eyes is a very delicate area, the skin is very thin as well. What we don't want to do is to shock the skin too much with super low temperature, because that can actually give you like cold burns.
Oh gosh.
Yeah, so if you actually leave this in, you know, just the fridge, so it would be, you know, around 0 to 4 degrees Celsius, then it would be more than sufficient for this area to do what it needs to be done. So what I usually do is that first is, if you look at this, the construction of this is made of artisan glass, so there's no seam all around. So you can be using the ball, or you can be using the stick, or you can be using this as well. Like, for example, this, you can really use it as for lifting.
Oh.
And then these you can be using for example, a lot of people have got very dark area around here.
Yes.
Different ethnicities have different anatomy profiles as well. So for example, with your face, with your ethnicity, you have got a very tall nose bridge.
Yeah. And
your eyes, the eye corner, you are much closer to your nose because you've got an exposed, I don't know how this is called, but this little element here is exposed, while mine is not. So the problem with that short distance is that blood cannot come in, because this area, you imagine there are the tear glands and also fluids from your nose. Mm-hmm. So that's why a lot of dark circles starts from here. You'll see, you know, purple or greenish. So what you can really do with the stick is that you can really massage all across. Like even go across the tendon that's around here, really? Just to loosen it, and also loosen the nose. It's very important when you treat the eyes, either it's puffiness or dark circles or eye bags, that you also loosen this area, because then you will be loosening the nasal fluids that's affecting accumulating here. Yeah. So so the routine would be put on a serum again, because it's cold. same principle. As you're rolling, the nerve would actually tell the brain that it's too cold, and then the brain would send blood to the area.
Yeah.
So as you're actually doing this, it's also the best time for absorbing skincare product like high performance serums.
Great. So you'd put on specifically to treat with, yeah?
Exactly. You need to be applying a serum to be using this, because you will be if not, you'll be pulling the skin. And you don't want me to be doing that, because that's just completely opposite of the purpose. So then what I'll usually do is crow's feet first thing, roll, and then come in and then do quick circles. The circles need to be inwards instead of outwards, because that's where the direction of our lymph goes.
Okay.
So come in, and then I will also roll the forehead, because a lot of the droopiness or tensions around here comes from the forehead. This is a big piece of skin and muscle. I always feel that it's a cloud that's like covering the eyes. So if this is also massaged and released, your eyes would be opened.
Excellent.
Okay, so that's that. And then you use this to draw small circles, and then lift, small circles, lift, small circles, lift. You can intensify the massage around here to do zigzag, almost like just painting.
And I'm sure this is exactly what your celebrity clients want before they go on to have that done, right?
Exactly, yeah. And their makeup artists want that, because it will make their job much easier. Because usually, I will do my job and I'll hand over the artist to the makeup artist, and then again do the same thing, zigzag on the forehead. Some people would feel a zap even at the back of the head, because there are a lot of nerves here. So as you're doing this, the back, it's connected. So if you actually feel that, it's great, because you have really loosened a lot of the fluids that are around here as well. And then temple, and then lastly, I'll just go up and down with this all around. Lift. I'm just doing like quick tweaking it, just to almost like doing it to keep everything in place. Yeah, and that's
again,
that.
This is a perfect thing for adding to your current routine, isn't it? You know, it's not a huge addition. We're not asking you to add half an hour a day on or something, but I'm presuming that regular use with these devices as well will lead to cumulative results, yes?
Yeah, definitely, because after all, it's not just about, slapping products onto the face, but it's also training your area, either if this one is your whole face, the lymphatic drainage system, and with the icicle is all around here. Like, it's almost like training them where everything needs to be.
Yeah.
So, and also training them that if, say for example, if you do this more, then a lot of the tension would be gradually released, which also means that, the lines around here or the weight of this would be lighter. So your eyes, it would also affect the blood circulation, everything. It's basically, I always see these gadgets as long-term kind of workout. It gives you immediate results, but if you use it consistent, and it's not I don't think it's a big ask. You don't need to use it every night, although I've got clients who use this every night in front of their telly.
Really?
Yeah, a lot of my clients actually, they have also almost developed, because it feels so good, they have developed a habit that they do maybe 15 minutes on the face, and then do some on the neck as well. Put the serum around the neck. This is a very hot area to treat, so they also do this. So here we're not talking about putting fillers into the lines and all that, but it's really just to tell the blood that this is an area that you can be going to as well. And imagine we're actually looking at our phones all the time. We're actually doing a lot of this. So actually with that, not a lot of oxygen blood can be delivered here, but it's really just when they're in front of the telly, you know, just go around.
Yeah,
Here.
and it's a reminder to get out of that position as well, isn't it? That looking at your
Exactly.
phone.
Exactly.
Yeah, lovely.
And then coming into the summer as well, people use it on, you know, tense muscles, all around the chest. I have got clients who, you know, who have been running a lot. Recently, there's a 5K challenge, I think, a social challenge going on.
Each other. So
exactly. Yeah, and I've actually got some clients sending me pictures of, oh, you know, this CRYOpress has been really great. I'm using it on my calves now.
Oh.
And then I'm like, oh, great. Yeah, we've actually got physiotherapy doctors who have actually got these ones to be, giving some kind of, you know, circulation boost to the very tense muscle before or after massages, things like this. So, coming into summer last year, we basically can't keep up with our orders because when it's starting to get hot, then it's a great feel good thing. We're sitting at the barbie, you know, while waiting for your burgers to be done. Just roll.
You know, you've made it. You know, it's a great investment. You know, it's not. You know, it's not a huge investment piece here. We're not talking hundreds and hundreds of pounds, but it's something you can easily add into your routine that makes a big difference to the overall appearance of your face. And now is the time, right?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah,
definitely.
Look, thank you, Ada. That's been absolutely brilliant. To be honest, I haven't got a CRYOpress yet. I think I'm just going to have to get one.
Yeah, you do.
Afternoon for one of those. It looks brilliant, and that the tutorial you did for us there, using it across your face, is so helpful. It's really
so easy.
Yeah, lovely. Thank you for your time. If
Thank you.
you've got any more questions that you'd like to share with Ada, obviously please do follow her, and you can DM her, or you can come directly to us if you like, and we'll send them over. If there's anything that came up that you'd like to discuss further, we'd be happy to hear from you. Lovely. Thank you so much. All right.
Perfect. Thank you. Bye.